approach, so we're going to play this first a little bit stealth predator and then combat to get in.
According to our intel, the Kingpin's office is backstage. You might find something there.
So as I said, he's heading into this section which is controlled by this criminal organization, the Diwali, and he's got to get inside that theater. First, we're going to look around a little. We're marking our enemies here so that we can keep track of them as we go through the level. But as you can see, there's different approaches we could take, different side. We could have gone off to the left. We could go straight through and really take these guys on if we want. But we're going to go a little bit stealthy at first here. And we're going to go around to the left. And you can see the cloaking augmentation is back from the first game. And that allows us to sneak around and really look for different ways to get into that theater.
There is no loyalty.
Deus Ex is, of course, all about exploring the environments, looking for different paths to get to your objectives. And this time around, we've really played with verticality in the levels. So not only is it, finding the paths and events on your ground level, you want to go up and you want to look up and be aware of all these different entrances and ways to get in. And in the process, by exploring more, you're going to find lots of goodies that our level designers have hidden and scattered around the level for you, like this sniper rifle here. Again, you can see all those different paths, and even up above, all the different routes that we could take.
Huh? You hear that?
And if you're familiar with the smart vision, allows Jensen to see through the walls, and it's very useful in planning your attacks. Here we've suddenly seen that one of the thugs has spotted his fallen comrade. So we're going to take him out using a new augmentation that Jensen has. His nano blade can now be shot. And as you saw, we didn't even have to switch weapons. We now have his gun arm, and there are a couple augmentations in his gun arm, and we can use it while we still have our weapons. So it's a very fluid and dynamic experience for you, and it doesn't break your immersion as you're going through.
I get the feeling you're not listening. You could not be interested if I tried, Brad.
So our objective, without giving away story, is to get inside this theater, which is, the kingpins of this family. It's their headquarters. And we need to get to a specific office that we're looking for.
Sorry, it wasn't...
We're going to go in, and we're going to start combat right off the bat from up here.
The worst part is that she just thinks I need it for money.
Could be some...
So that was the Icarus strike. We really put a lot of work into the combat for this game to make it a lot more visceral of an experience and make it as rich and fun to play as the stealth usually is. That's another ability with the nano blade. You can charge it before you shoot it and it will explode, and that's very useful to help you take out enemies who are behind cover, multiple enemies at once. We also can now dynamically switch our ammo in-game as we're playing. There we switch to armor-piercing bullets, so it helps us to take out the robot very quickly. There are different types of ammo that we can use. They're all good against different things, or stronger against different things. We just saw Adam activate his Titan shield. That's a new augmentation. It basically allows him to absorb a lot more of heavy fire and turns him into something like a human tank for a short period of time. It also looks really cool in game. But you see, now we're going in through the front door, which we could have done earlier. It's all about finding the paths that you want to get to your objectives. And see, as you can see, there's vents in the game. We could have come around back and snuck in if we didn't want to go all combat. And it gives us an opportunity to explore and pick up various items. We also got things hidden in the world like the readables that you'll see in a minute that will tell you more about the world. Things like newspapers, that by reading the newspapers in the game, you can see a lot more and learn a lot more about the factions, the things that are happening. This is another new augmentation, the wireless hacking. So there's one of the newspapers I was telling you about, scattered throughout the game. And the hacking game is back, the regular hacking game, but we have upgraded it this time. It's got now booby traps that are in there. We've got things like fog of war going on. And there's a whole new array of software that you can find in the level that will help you to become more of a master hacker to support that level of the gameplay.
We're following you, They have batteries. We got this. The shock energy. All you need to get
So by hacking into this was a security terminal, so we're able to actually access some of the cameras. We can turn them off. It'll make our route through a lot easier without triggering alarms. We can also, you'll see the robots. By hacking a security terminal, we can control the robots. We can make them friendly on our side. You can also hack computers to find emails and read about things that are going on in the world.
Keep looking.
So here we're going to go up above again and take another look around at areas we hadn't seen when we dropped down. We do have the punch-through wall that is back, enabling us to make our own pathways.
You know this.
And of course the takedowns are back. You can now do the takedowns while in cover without breaking your cover. So you don't have to worry if you're playing stealth that by doing a takedown you're suddenly going into combat. Another of Jensen's new augmentations, the Icarus Dash. It allows you to access very quickly different levels, either through vertical jumps or through horizontal ones.
Okay, so I'm on it.
And so here we can get up above, we can plan our strategy as we're going through, see how many guards are down below. It is really all about playing the way that you want to play the game and planning your strategies. Which is non-lethal. So we really also worked on making sure that some of the new augmentations are really allowing you to play non-lethally. That was Jensen's, one of his gun arms that allowed the PEP's gun arm. It is also non-lethal. And since we just got the combat together, now we want to go back stealth. That ghost is basically allowing us to see the last known position that the enemy saw us in, so we can actually find out where they think we are, and we can plan our stealth and go back in and really flexibly switch from combat into stealth as we want.
Thank you.
I don't like come on.
Ready?
Let's just get to the end of our shift, bro.
So So here we got 4 more enemies. We have another gun arm, the Tesla gun arm, again non-lethal. You can use it to shoot between 1 to 4 enemies and take them out non-lethally with an electric shock. And you can also use the Icarus Dash to really ram your opponents and knock them out and get rid of them. So that gives you a sense of some of the new augmentations and new abilities. Here we are, we're reaching our objective for now, but like I said, we don't want to spoil any story for you. And that was only a small section of the map.